Vaishnava can be born in any community. It doesn't matter in which community he is born, but he is the purest of all. He is the topmost of all the Brahmanas because he is only absorbed in chanting the holy name of Krishna. So here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu glorifying Haridas Thakur. When everyone is hearing to the glorification of Haridas Thakur, all are very happy, all the devotees are very happy. It is said the demigods also desire to touch Haridas. Ganga awaits when Haridas Thakur will come and bathe in her water. Sparsheda ki daya dekhile Haridasa Chinde sarvajivera anadi karma pasha. What to speak of his touch? Just by his sight, all of one's bondage from time immemorial is cut to pieces. There's a power of Haridas Thakur. Here about Ganga has been spoken that Ganga is awaiting to touch, but here it is said just by his sight. Chanting the essence of all the scriptures, author says, by seeing a Vaishnava, all good fortune is awakened. The living entities are bound by the ropes of karma due to material desires from time immemorial. If they see the supremely liberated Haridas, then their thirst for material enjoyment will be destroyed and they will be freed from all the anarthas or unwanted things. If such a thing happens just by seeing such a person, then one can certainly expect more auspiciousness from his touch. So here Vrindavan Das Thakur says, just by seeing if one is so much purified, then what to speak about the touch? If such a thing happens just by seeing, then what more? What one can certainly expect more auspiciousness from his touch. This is loudly proclaimed in the scriptures. Srila Narottam Das Thakur has sung, Gangara Parashe Haile Paschate Pavana Darshane Pavitra Kara Yehi Tomara Guna. So what is the qualification of a Vaishnava? After bathing in the waters of sacred Ganga many times, one becomes purified, but just by the sight of you, the fallen souls are purified. So Ganga, when you go and take bath in Ganga, then you have to take bath many times. Then you are purified. But just by seeing a Vaishnava, the fallen souls are purified. This is your great power. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 1.1.14, first canto, first chapter, 14th verse. Apanna sansrutim gora minnama vishogalan tatas sadhya vimuccheta yad viveti swayam bhayam. So living entities who are entangled in the complicated meshes of birth and death can be freed immediately by even unconsciously chanting the holy name of Krishna, which is feared by fear personified. So just by unconsciously chanting also, a person can be immediately purified. Apanna sansrutim puram. Then what to speak of consciously chanting the holy name? Yesterday, 2nd October, Mahatma, the real meaning of Mahatma was understood by many devotees who took part in the chanting of the holy name. So when you are chanting with complete consciousness, one can experience the bliss. And even if a person is unconsciously chanting, there is namabhas. Even then the fear personified also fears the name. In the Bhagavatam, first canto, 19th chapter, 33-34 was stated, Yesham smaranat pumsam satyah shuddhyanti vahi graha kim punar darshana sparshah pada sauchasha nadibihi sannidhyata te mahayogin patakani mahantyapi sadhyo nashyanti vai pumsam vishnoriva suretaraha. So just simply by remembering you, our houses become instantly sanctified. And what to speak of seeing you, touching you, washing your lotus feet, and offering you a seat in our home? Just as a theist cannot remain in the presence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so also invulnerable sins of a man are immediately vanquished in your presence. O saint, O great mystic, O great mystic. In the Bhagavatam 10th canto, 48th chapter, 31st verse, it is stated, Nahi mayani tirthani, nadeva mritchila mayaha, te pulanti urukkalena darshanad eva sadavaha. No one can deny that there are holy places with sacred rivers, or that the demigods appear in deity forms made of earth and stone. But these purify the soul only after a long time. The saintly persons purify just by being seen. So this is the power of the saintly people. Guru Krishna Prasad Paye Bhakti Lata Bija. Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhakyavani Jiva. Guru Krishna Prasad Paye Bhakti Lata Bija. So it's not so easy to purify oneself even after going to the holy places. You have to go many, many times. Even after worshipping many demigods, it takes long time to purify oneself. It is said, if a person just sees, just has the vision of, or just has a sight of the holy person or the saintly person, he is relieved of many sins. Then what to speak of serving the saintly person? Prahlad yehena daitya kapi hanumana ye mata haridasa nicha jati nama. Now, Prahlad Maharaj was born in a demon family, and Hanuman was born in a monkey family. Haridas was born in a low-class family. And just these all wonderful personalities. But where is their birth? Prahlad Maharaj is in a demon family. It doesn't matter. Hanuman, monkey family. Haridas, low-class family. So for a devotee, it doesn't matter in which birth, in which family is born. The most important is how much is chanting and how much is inclined to give Krishna consciousness to everyone. Prahlad was the son of the demon Hiranyakashipu. Therefore, he is not renowned as a devata or a godly person. Hanuman was born in an animal family, so he also cannot be called a civilized person. Just as it is most essential to accept Prahlad and Hanuman as the greatest Vaishnavas, it is also most essential to accept Thakur Haridas, who was born in a non-Hindu low-class family as a Mahabhagat. So one has to accept that Haridas Thakur is a Mahabhagat, just as we accepted Prahlad Maharaj, even though born in a demon family. Even though born in an animal family, Hanuman is accepted as Mahabhagat, Maha-Vaishnava. Haridasa Kande, Kande Murari Sridhara, Hasiya Tambula, Khaya Prabhu Vishwambhara. So as Haridas, Murari and Sridhar cried, Lord Vishwambhar smiled and ate bitterness. After hearing all these topics, Haridas, Murari, Sridhar began to shed tears of love. Vasi Ache Mahajoti Kattar Upare Mahajoti Nityananda Chhatradhare Shire. So Lord sat on the throne and he was very effulgent. And Nityananda Prabhu, who is also equally effulgent, held an umbrella over his head. Chhatradhare Shire. Advaiter Bhite Chahi Hasiya Manera Vrittanta Tandra Kahe Prakashiyan. So Lord smiled and looked at Advaita Acharya as he revealed Advaita's internal sentiments. So Lord knows, Lord is seated in everyone's heart. So he was knowing the internal sentiments of Advaita Acharya. Shuna Shuna Acharya Tomare Nisha Bhage Bhojana Karaila Amin Taha Mane Jage. Oh Acharya, do you remember how I made you eat one night? So see the verses 123, 124. We have to go there. So let us go to 123, 124. Anyhow, we are going to come. Yakhana amara nahi haya avatara amare anite shama kalila apara. Before I incarnated, you greatly endeavored to bring me. So we all know that how Advaita Acharya used to roar loudly, Hunkara, and call Krishna, oh, please come. This Bengal province is filled with only Panditas, but no one has love for you. They are very expert in chanting the Vedic mantras, but they are not knowing the essence of the Vedas. So you please come and teach what is bhakti, which is the essence of the Vedas. Gita Shastra Padayo, Vakhana Bhakti Matra, Bhujite Tomara Vyakhya, Kiva Ache Patra. As you taught Bhagavad Gita, you would explain everything in relation to devotional service. But who was the proper student to understand your explanations? Ye shlokera arthe nahi, payo bhakti yoga, shlokera na deha dosha chada sarva bhoga. If you did not find the devotional meaning of a verse, you would give up all enjoyment rather than find fault with the verse. So actually every verse of Bhagavad Gita is only indicating pure devotional service. So if that explanation is not there, then he would not find the fault in that verse. There is no fault in the verse. The fault is there with the person who is speaking. During your recitation of a Bhagavad Gita, whenever you did not find the devotional meaning of a verse, you would renounce all enjoyment while condemning your knowledge as materialistic rather than finding fault with the verse. So again, when he used to explain and he used to not find devotional meaning to the words, then he would condemn himself because he would see that he is not able to relate that verse to devotional service. And rather than finding a fault in that verse, he used to condemn himself. Dukkha pai shuti thaka pari upavasa tabeyami tomastane hai prakasha. Being distressed, you went to sleep without eating, I then manifested myself before you. So there's a Leela where he could not find a devotional meaning for the verse. So then what he did, he found fault with himself, not in that verse. And then he fasted. Tomari upashe munimano upavasa tumi more yehi deha sei mora grasa. I consider your fasting as my fasting. How can I eat? Devotees want to feed me, but I cannot eat if you fast. Whatever you offer me, that is what I eat. When a devotee of the Lord fasts, the Supreme Lord does not. The Supreme Lord never accepts any service from non-devotees. The Lord accepts only the footsteps that are offered by his devotees. That's why it is very important whom we are asking to make bhogas. The bhoga should be made only by devotees. A devotee is one who is chanting the holy name of Krishna. If that devotee is not chanting the holy name of Krishna and is following some wrong path, we should not ask them to make bhogas because Krishna does not eat. You may keep some social sentiments, ask them to bring, at least by that a person can progress in devotional service. But clearly here it is mentioned that Krishna does not eat. Here Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur clearly says, a person who is not in devotional service, if he gives something, Krishna does not accept. But a devotee goes a little further and says, let him at least give, by giving that he will get an opportunity. But here Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur clearly says, foodstuffs made by technically non-devotees should not be accepted. Tilartha tomara dukkha ami nahi sahi, swapne asi tomara sahita katha kahi. I cannot tolerate when you feel even the slightest distress. Therefore, I appeared in your dream and spoke to you. So there are two kitchens in the temple. One is deity kitchen, one is devotee kitchen. Devotee kitchen, whatever is made, that person need not be so much in devotion. That is offered only to a small like photographs which is kept in the kitchen. But when it comes to offering bhoga to the main principal deities, it is through the deity kitchen. In the deity kitchen, very clear instructions, Srila Prabhupada says, only Brahman initiated devotees should cook, and first initiation devotees or aspiring initiation devotees or really very sincere devotees, they can help in cooking. So this will maintain the sanctity, and also Krishna is pleased by these offerings. And in the devotee kitchen, so Lord manifests in the form of the photographs, and there the offering is done, and the prasadam is distributed to all the devotees who are all coming. So one is known as Raj Bhog, Pratar Bhog. So one is known as the bhogas made for the Vaishnavas. All those who are coming, they may be Vaishnavas, they may be some outsiders. So that is done in the devotee kitchen. Utha Utha Acharya, Shlokera Artha Shuna, Yei Artha Yei Patha, Sindeha Nisandeha Jana. Get up, Acharya. Hear the meaning of this verse. Know for certain that this is the real meaning. Uthiya bhojana para, na karo pasa, tomara lagiya ami kariva prakasha. Get up, eat, do not fast. Because of you, I will incarnate. Santoshe uthiya tumi karah bhojana, ami bade, tumi yena manaha swapna. So you got up and ate in satisfaction. Although I spoke to you directly, you thought it was a dream. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears when Advaita Acharya calls and he's fasting because he's not finding a devotional meaning for the explanation. He's fasting. At the time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it seemed that he appeared in the dream, but he appeared in presence and he appeared factually. I said, yes, I have come to you directly. Yayi mata yayi pathe Dvidhahaya Swapnera Katha Prabhu Pratyaksha Kahaya. In this way, whenever some doubt arose during his hesitation, the Lord would directly speak to him in his verse, in his dream. So whenever Advaita Acharya's recitation of Bhagavad Gita created doubts in the minds of ordinary people and obstacles in extracting meanings favorable to devotional service, he heard the actual purports from Mahaprabhu during his sleep. Yata ratri swapna haya yedine yeshane yata shloka sabha prabhu kahila apane. So Lord reminded Advaita about all those dreams, days, moments, and verses. Mahaprabhu personally reminded Advaita Prabhu about all the verses which he previously had some doubts. So Advaita Acharya was personally taught by Mahaprabhu. Whenever he had doubts in the verses, then he used to teach in the dreams. Dhanya Dhanya Advaitera Bhaktira Mahima Bhakti Shakti Ki Baliva Yei Tara Sima. The glories of Advaita's devotional service are most wonderful. How can I describe the extent of his devotional power? So in this way, Haridas Thakur, after glorifying Haridas Thakur, here Lord is now glorifying Advaita Acharya. The Lord personally explained the verses to Advaita Acharya. I did not explain one, which I will now explain to you. I have explained to you many, many verses, but there is one verse I have not explained to you. Now I'm going to explain this one verse. Prabhu bole sarva patha kahila tomara eka patha nahi kahi aji kahi tore. Today I'm going to speak. I'm going to tell you the explanation of one verse which I have not spoken in the previous explanations. Many times I have appeared in your dream. You must be thinking it is a dream, but I was present personally, and I used to teach you the verses. And now I'm going to teach you that one important verse which I have not explained till now. So what is that verse which verse was left by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that we'll see tomorrow? Hare Krishna. Any doubts you can ask. No doubts.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। माता जी, अद्वैत आचार्य जी को डाउट था कि वो जो समझाते थे वो मतलब जो ऑर्डिनरी पीपल को डाउट था।
ऑर्डिनरी पीपल को भी डाउट आ रहा था, तो अद्वैत आचार्य पूरी तरह से समझा नहीं पा रहे थे। तो वो कैसे समझाना? अद्वैत आचार्य को कुछ डाउट नहीं है, समझाने के लिए डाउट आ रहा था कि कैसे इसे मैं डिवोशनल सर्विस में लिंक करूं, कैसे समझाऊं लोगों को, तब भगवान उन्हें स्वयं प्रकाशित करते हैं।
ओके माता जी।
जैसे जैसे एक वर्ड्स है भगवद गीता में कि कर्म के बारे में कहा है, 3 प्रकार के कर्म हैं। तो यदा यदा ही धर्मस्य, ये वाला, सॉरी नॉट दैट, कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्य, ऐसा लग रहा है कि ये क्या है। तो ये जो वर्ड्स है, तो बहुत सारे वर्सेस हैं, जैसे ऐसा लग रहा है कि ये डिवोशनल सर्विस में कैसे लिंक करना है। ठीक है, हरे कृष्ण।
ओके माता जी, थैंक यू।
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।